It's a spiritual thing with Jesus. It's not a feeling. See, a lot of people go on feelings, you know. A lot of people go on, you know, just a feeling. But it's more than a feeling. If you truly have to know God for yourself. And I just simply believe that Peter just wanted to be a chip off the old block. Because Peter was able to answer Jesus in a spiritual way. And we've got to learn to answer situations in a spiritual way. We can no longer go based upon the flesh, but we have to learn to get into our spiritual nature, which is where we began to realize, to fight, and to understand certain situations. I simply say that Peter just simply wanted to be a chip off the old block. When I look back in scriptures, I see that Peter was the first to be called. So I wonder what made him just drop his net and follow Jesus. What was it that was so important about this man, Jesus, that he just stopped everything? It's because Jesus touched his spirit. He spoke to his spirit. There was nothing that was so spectacular, because we know, theologians, that in studying that there were multitudes of prophets. There were multitudes of speakers. But what was it about this Jesus of Nazareth? It was a spiritual thing. I too want to be just a chip off the old block. That's truly my desire. And I think that should be every Christian's desire. To be a chip, to be like Christ. I mean, that's what we all claim to be, Christians. Let us all be just a chip off the old block, as Peter was. I just thank God for this word today, because it really spoke to me. You see, at the end of May, and I'm going to make this personal, the end of May, I was catechized and ordained as an elder of the church. Being on a high spiritual experience. 2 weeks later, I'm sitting in Stony Brook Hospital being told that I had a heart attack.
Come on now. Take your time. Come on, nephew.
2 weeks later. And I began to question God and say, God, why me?
All right.
How do you go from here to there?
Yeah.
I fought very hard to get to my ordination. Went through a lot of things. And 2 weeks later, I'm being told I have had a heart attack.
Come on now.
I knew it was a spiritual fight at that point.
All right.
Because there was no possible way, with the numbers that I had, that I should even be standing here.
But God. Come on, nephew.
And it just reminded me that I'm just a chip off the old block. Because you gotta remember that when Jesus was baptized, the heavens opened up, and the Father said, "This is my beloved, who I'm most pleased with." And straightway, he was taken into the desert and tempted of the devil for 40 days.
Come on.
It happens, people.
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does.
It really happens. You know, some people say that the devil is a lie. He is a lie, but he's very real too. Never underestimate him.
That's right.
But I thank God, because you know what? I stood on my faith.
Come on.
Thank you.
I stood on my word.
Thank you.
I didn't have the glorious speakings and all these scriptures, but I knew little bits and pieces in the hospital, such as he's Jehovah Jireh, my provider. I knew that Jesus said that I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man comes to the Father except by me. I believe that in Psalms 1:1, which was my initial sermon, it said, "Blessed is the man that standeth not in the ways of the counsel of the ungodly, nor sitteth in the ways of sinners, nor standeth in the seat of the scornful. But he delights himself in the word of the Lord. I just thank God for you all. You have no idea. And I just want to leave with you. Let us all try to be a chip off the old